talk to us about the video, because this is, yeah, exactly.
It looks like home movies. The video looked like home movies.
Exactly. It looks like what we're watching right now. The same thing.
We make those ourselves.
Especially 1,000 Times. That was very home movies-ish. And then we did one for Come to Me, and we happened to be in London, in East London. Mm-hmm. So we made that one there. We had a day, like literally one day off.
And then we got more artsy-fartsy with the Is Anybody Here, which is still in our house. But, you know, we said, well, let's try this. Vicki likes to call it the Peterson Low Light Productions.
That's the name of our production company. People keep saying, it almost looks like 70s Betamax or something.
Yeah,
because it was 3 in the morning. We didn't have enough light.
Whatever.
Super high-tech equipment to make it look like that.
Absolutely. It took a long time to make it look that.
We meant to do.
Yeah. No, that was fine. It's representative of this, you know, just the vibe. It's just so nice. And so
it's us.
Yeah.
It's just us goofing around, and that's how we are. We were pretty much, right?
Right.
Back to the songs. So we
so actually I wanted to ask about 1,000 Times, because that was with co-written by Mark Irwin. I was looking him up, and like a country songwriter, wrote like with so he wrote with Tim McGraw. He did that Tim McGraw Taylor Swift song.
Yep. I just spoke to him. He's got another one that he and Bill wrote as well, so I want to hear that. I haven't heard it yet. But yeah, that's how Mark and Bill both write, like traditional, and because they don't like too much other stuff, which is great. So I'm gonna pick his brain, for other songs as well, because Mark's just incredible. But the songs we picked were 6 of Bill's and 6 of Barry's. Some of them, like I said, we stayed traditional, and then some of them, Vicki said, well, let's do this. Let's do this one. Come to Me is a song by Barry. Can you tell them that one? Kind of.
We didn't even have Barry never recorded it, so we didn't have a Barry version specifically. But we did happen to have a recording of it, even though it wasn't official. It was a live, because it was a cassette of a live recording, and it was the one and only time it was ever, as far as we know, ever performed.
Oh no, I'm telling you, that was the only time that was the first time it was performed.
Okay, fair enough.
The very first time we performed that song was Barry, myself, and a friend named Randall Kirsch. Barry was living at somebody's house and using their basement to have a guitar and an amp and things. So we went over there, and he says, hey, I got this song. And so we kind of worked it up. We went to the Troubadour in LA on a Monday night, and there was probably 10 people there who were probably the staff, because we called ourselves Shopping Spree, and Randall brought this shopping cart on stage, and a hot plate. He made scrambled eggs while we were performing. That really irritated my brother Barry, but
trying to be a serious musician.
This wasn't during Hootenanny time, right?
It probably was, actually.
I'm telling you what it was when I was there. There was nobody there. He would never let us play there again because we brought nobody into the place. I'm just telling you how it is, and I remember it. Nobody was there. But
what year was this?
1980. 1980 maybe.
All right.
And so but we recorded it on a little cassette player, and that's what we have, and that's what we listen to.
Learn the song off. Yeah.
Did the Bangs weren't there at the time? I'm sure they were probably in the background.
Believe me, I'd already met the Cowsills, and I was very aware that Barry wasn't playing with his siblings.
No.
It was after it was kind of like after the last, that hurrah.
It was right after the Chuck Pluck and stuff. So but he was even disappearing. He was just so intermittent during there. He didn't know if he wanted to be in the Cowsills or out of the Cowsills. Cowsills was not a fun thing for some of my family members.
Yeah.
Because when you want to be the Rolling Stones and the Beatles, and somebody puts your mom in the band and your sister, and you're wearing tuxedos, all that, it can take it out of you.
Yeah.
It can. For me, it was fine. I was a kid when it happened, but I still had the same difficulties they did. I just handled them differently.